game. I mean, it's kind of a bad thing on my end, to be honest, but I have been not really had much stuff to do in terms of casting this game. I mean, I don't know, I see a Phoenix, and that's something that was sometimes picked, not all the time. It seems a little bit of a spice. And, yeah, no worries, Luke. Nice to chat to you, mate. See you around. Bro, I forgot even what keys it is to spectate view block. Okay. 1 through 10. 1 through 0, actually. I forgot about that. Yeah, I think this team is relatively new together, so it's going to probably take them a little bit of adjusting time. At least going by the dates of the drama I was seeing on Twitter. See Ice whip out the 5 ghosts. Confident take the Angels into this round. They're going towards what seems like a C split, and I don't really know if picking up ghosts and then going towards Connector is really the play. Obviously you want those weapons that kind of have close range advantage, and it looks like they have completely read the splashes come through and people are blind, but the trades was blind come through. It looks kind of even right now, but Ice kind of bring it back. Got through the smoke by Razio. It's down into a 3v2 extremely quickly revealed. Dart spots some people. Really nice lineup, but Ice Wolves have already made their way onto the site. That was a 5-man push C long. I feel like it could have worked out fine, they just weren't quite there for the aim duels. You saw the darts work out quite. Or I can't speak, you can tell I haven't casted for a while, quite well. Net himself a kill, but he's now down into a 1v2, and if this is played correctly, it should be nigh on impossible for him to win. They're just going to play for a crossfire and peek out. He actually gets that kill though, and Ice Wolves, Mike, sorry, he didn't peek out in time. Trade for his teammate instantly, but it's fine because he's good for the headshot and he takes them down. That round was very interesting. Usually you would see teams go C on the pistol round in this game. I feel like C is definitely the easiest bomb site to execute onto in most rounds. So a nice gamble from, I keep wanting to say Hollow Point, but it's Delta now. It's going to take a while to get used to that. So a nice call from Delta to go for that rush. And I mean, to be fair, they got 4 people, but they let the bomb go down. No one was really watching that garage area, and I feel like that's kind of something you have to do if you want to go for a long push. Again, they're going to go for an aggressive play here, which is definitely the right idea. It's the first kill with a grenade. So obviously, they're starting it off good. Coming in with a mid push. This is what I like to see, kind of split pushing. There's no real need to go 5 people down one angle, and look, this is working out already so much better. 5 players up will make that 4. Hyper has got a 3k with this sheriff right now. He's feeling quite good. Now knows where the last person is. I apologise, I'm stumbling over my words quite a bit. Gonna take me at least 10-20 minutes to warm up. Flashes come through. I think Phoenix does not have any left at this point. He does have the ability to heal himself. He sees the last person. Not the last person. He sees Hyper. Can't quite really just find that kill. And yeah, just kind of carrying through that round. 4 kills themselves. But yeah, I think that's the kind of way you'd want to go for an aggressive play. Like you saw, at least in the pistol round, it was in, I believe, a 2v2. The flank from Ice was pushing out onto C. Brought it back down into a 2v1. I feel like if you're going to push somewhere, there's, you know, like try and cover all your angles. And they did that. They pushed C, got first kill with the grenade, and Jet came in with the flank taking down 4 people. Just taking the angles one at a time instead of, you know, all rushing down one place. And they didn't really use much utility for that either. I mean, obviously the first kill with the grenade, but other than that, it was just aim duels from the Jet. And you know, I kind of feel like you should win that round if you're Ice, just because of the upgraded weaponry. But now it's going to be their turn. Come into this round with the lower tier of weapons. A nice little cam from Sonny there. I haven't seen that one before. It may be a little bit dangerous to get that one out, but I feel like if you can do it safely, I mean, I don't really even know if it's that dangerous. If they rushed really quickly, they might have been able to catch him out there. But that is really nice. No one's going to check for that unless they, you know, hear sounds of him getting on and off it. Unless that's like a really common camera angle that people have been using now. Like I say, I haven't really been watching too many games. Okay, yeah, it does look like it is. They're actually spamming it through the wall, so maybe that's just another lineup that Hiko showed on stream and now everyone's using kind of thing. Nonetheless, quite a little interesting nonetheless. And this is kind of a complete reverse of what we've seen in the past 2 rounds. It's very slow. Ice are just kind of waiting for these picks with the sheriffs, which I think is the right play. You don't want to rush into SMGs with sheriffs, unless you're unless you're hyper, of course, because he seemed to do it well last round. But you kind of want to take these long-range duels because you do have a lot longer range than SMGs with these sheriffs. You can't quite one-tap at range, but the SMGs certainly can't. It's a 1-for-1 trade already in this round. And the Boombot finding a little bit of damage over to the right side of the B side of the map, but the bomb's starting to go down, and that's good already because it was kind of a half buy. Obviously getting that bomb down gives you that little bit of extra money. Dream and Sonny finding kills of their own though, and it's down into a 4v2. Very quickly the remaining players get put down. And a nice clean anti-force buy round. I mean, it wasn't really force buy, anti-light buy round from Delta, not Hollow Point. Delta. You just want to play that safe, and there's no real reason to push out into the angles of the sheriffs that were holding you, and they did a good job of that. They were just kind of waiting to see where it was going to end up. They lost one player at the start, but they managed to come back in and get the trade successfully, defuse the bomb with the superior weaponry, but now they are going to come into this round with a couple of SMGs. They're not going to actually upgrade any weapons at all. Just try and play these close angles with these SMGs, take down some of these people with phantoms, vandals. You know, you don't really want to take them at long angles. Turbine is actually going to go for a push, which, you know, I said previously you don't want to push into sheriffs with upgraded guns, because that's just because you don't want to give them a better gun. They will have the advantage in that kind of a situation, but, you know, when you've got SMGs into a full buy, you want to kind of push up, get some little, like, niche angles that people aren't going to check 24/7. Just get close range headshots. We do see the Hunter's Fury come out from Sova. Finds a tag, not going to be a kill, but he at least gets a little bit of info that there's someone there. Dangerously peeking out towards long here. Phoenix has a Vandal. He could have got that one tap. He does have a Vandal, but he's not going to find the angle. Oh, gotta go back for it. Trying to play for info all across the map, but Dream finds 3. A nice supportive flash from middle. I mean, there's me talking about this team maybe not being so coordinated, but that was a nice supportive flash. Maybe didn't net them a kill, but, you know, the idea was there. It's just kind of solo heroics in this round anyway. Dream won it pretty much solo. If they get this round, there is still Phoenix left alive. Obviously, the reveal comes through. Should have maybe got that kill. Maybe a little bit of a whiff, you could say there, but I feel like it's still in the bag. They've both picked up upgraded weapons, and they can hold a crossfire here. They've got the spike down. Dream is on for the ace quite early on in the game, so that's going to be a nice ego boost. If Sova goes down, he can always use ult to secure the kill, but no, Razio finds it. I don't really feel like in that kind of a situation you would be upset about the ace being stolen. You know, you just want to secure that round, get the early lead in the game, and that is what they do. You know, how much can you rely on this, right? They win the eco round off the back of Hyper getting a 4K. Then they were in that round off the back of Dream getting almost an ace, another 4K again for him. So, I mean, how many rounds can you really rely on just one person carrying you through? I would say not too many, but I don't quite know the, you know, the level of both of these teams, so maybe they are outmatched. I don't think so. Ice have seemed to be quite good on the aim front, at least. Taking these angles over towards A with the Stingers into an orb. Interesting that you would want to buy an orb into this round if you're hyper. You have the ult up, so you do have some close range potential, and he is going to be able to get out of the site before he gets shut down, but giving an ult to the enemy team would really not be what you'd want to do. They just play for the retake. They're going to let Ice execute over onto the A side of the map, wait for the bomb to get planted, throw down some utility, try and find a kill, and just retake it against these SMGs, which, you know, isn't really the best situation, because the SMGs are going to have the closer angles on this bomb site. But it's better than dying on sight and giving them an orb. He does peek out towards spawn. Sonny, though, with the trade is good for one, and he does use neural theft. So he gets info of where everybody is, and Bumsy... you know, Bumsy does go down through the smoke. Hyper misses that one shot, but he's going to pop the blade storm and look for the plays. Misses the right click. A little bit finicky, that one. It's just up to Razio. 1v2 up in heaven. Not really the place you want to be for the retake. He does try and drop down, but a little bit of movement and accuracy and damage that you take from falling alerts the enemy to where you are, so you can't really play it sneakily. Unless you like a jet, but even then you would make noise dropping. But unfortunately that is going to go right back into the hands of Ice. But, you know, still kind of an even, like, the first actual even round apart from pistol round in terms of, you know, weapons and economy that we have seen. Delta are not going to have an op available for them. An operator, an op. I think you can use both terms. I think most people just call it an op, you know. We're going to see what Nystar does with this, peeking over towards C long. You might be able to find an angle here. Sova has been playing this quite aggressively. And they should know that there's an AWP in the hands of Ice, because obviously they killed their own teammate with it last round. So you'd assume that they've picked it up at least.
Cover going out.
Might be the first kill of the round. They're over towards Garage. Phoenix does come in with a run it back, trying to execute over towards the side. Doesn't find anyone, but he does get the information that nobody's there. Molotov spawn, stop them getting in quickly, allowing the bomb to go down relatively safely. They have teammates watching Garage. No one's going to push in and stop it. Goes down, then a 4v3 retake with Hunter's Fury from the shadows and a lockdown available from Killjoy. And with that pick from Nystar on this operator towards the player that was pushing in through Garage, it's not really looking like... I've forgotten the name again. Like Delta really have a chance. Turbine gets one, but at this point, you know, what can you really hope to do? There's 3 people left. They've got a lockdown available. They have lineups. Reveal dots coming in through. You can't really save. You don't have any way to get out. They get double peek from sight and goes down. That wasn't really a situation there that I see him winning that. It's a nice attempt. They got 1 kill, keeping the economy as low as they can feasibly do. There's been so many eco rounds that have been winning this game, you know, it's like the economy isn't really bad for either team. You see Dream there, he's up on 6.9k before he bought the heavy armor. And they're going to be able to buy, you know, Dream can full buy in this round and still afford it next, so why not, right? They've been relying on the heroics from people in previous rounds, so, you know, Dream got a 4k and it won them round earlier. Yo! Rap, how's it going, bro? They got a 4k with a Sheriff in a round earlier and it actually netted them the win, so, you know, I would definitely see this round resulting in a win. I would see this resulting in a win somehow. In some world of the imagination. If Turbine doesn't get checked here, he might be able to find a nice kill. Bait from Bruce, B-hopping across. But his teammate wasn't there for the kill quick enough, so he actually goes down for that. You know, I could see the idea, but the aim just wasn't crispy. Razio finds a pick over towards Long, and the rest of the players from Ice are just looking over here towards Garage. Operator in this kind of a situation is not going to be the best weapon. I mean, I would prefer a shotgun in this kind of a situation. Again, Omen just B-hopping around. They're being surrounded from every angle. He gets 1 kill. The classic isn't good for another one.
The eyes are down.
Killjoy finds a kill flanking over here towards window, but now the remaining 2 players know roughly where they are. They don't really have good control of the bomb, but they can just sit around, play it together, play for the trade. Team Turbine. Turbine's team is now called Delta. I think Turbine and Sony just can't change the name yet, because I believe you can only do it, what, every 30 days? Yeah, they can just stall for time here. They don't know that Killjoy... I mean, Killjoy doesn't know that they don't have the bomb. So they're going to rush into it with 13 seconds. Their time's ticking down right now. Gets caught jumping up into the window. And their Dream's going to be good for that kill. There's not really very many situations where he would lose that trade. He takes it 4-3. A lot closer game than these rounds are kind of showing. There's been a lot of back and forth in the eco rounds and a lot of people just getting 4Ks to clutch for their team. And now we see an operator out on both sides. I haven't not seen very many games where I've seen an operator on both teams. I'm not going to lie, this might be the first time I've actually seen it, and it does come out on the Jet. I feel like Jet is definitely a better character, at least, to have the operator than an Omen. Omen obviously can work as well, but I just feel like you would prefer to have the Jet just because of that mobility. You know, you can peek an angle. If you miss the first shot, you can get away pretty scot-free in most situations. Unless you get one tapped, but, you know, feel like you can be pretty confident that you're going to be safe. Sonny is going to be the first point of contact in this round. He puts his camera out and he gets around the corner quickly before he dies. That was close. I could feel him going down very quickly. And then Molotov comes out. He doesn't actually take a tick of damage from that. How did that happen? He just leaps over the flames and they don't even hurt him. And just that simple play is going to push Ice all the way back towards B here. And Turbine's going to take 2 from the nice little angle above sight. It's not really angles that you're really used to checking. You know, it's kind of high above your head. I guess Valorant players are a lot more used to this, considering, you know, there's maps like Icebox, which have a lot of vertical mobility. Sonny and just does get the timing, but can't quite find the shot. Opting to re-peek into that, Killjoy is going to find the kill. But not the second. Mike is there for the trade, though, and he's got the spike coming out onto the site. Omen is going to lay down some supportive smokes for him. I think they're probably going to get the bomb down here. Hyper gets a nice pick. Mike didn't really need to pick that angle. And at this point, I would like to see Hyper kind of play safe, wait for his teammate. If he gets flashed out here and rushed, then he might go down, but no. Nurstar is going to stick the bomb plant. Unfortunately, that was not the right play. Hyper dashed into the site with a frenzy, and he's just going to take him down like a sitting duck. Although, you know, usually sitting ducks don't plant spikes on bomb sites, but, you know, the metaphor still holds strong, I think. We now actually see 2 operators on Delta. And now, to be honest, I don't think this is the worst idea. The only smokes they really have is Omen. I mean, Phoenix does kind of have like a flash he can use, right? It has flashes he could use. Omen has flashes as well. There's like a wall he's got, so he might be able to lock off some of these orbs. But if there's 2, that's just so many more places that you have to be bothered about. Well, I don't think it's the worst idea. Judge coming out from Blaze is going to execute over here towards Garage. And to be honest, I don't really feel like this is the weapon you want to pick, even if you know you're going towards Garage, right? What are the chances there's going to be someone sat in there when they know you want an eco round? And then they're going to, you know, if they're even if there is someone there, you kill them. Oh, there is someone there actually. Sonny's going to find it blindside. Really nice timing on him to push back into Garage. Meanwhile, 3 other of his teammates have died, and it only leaves Killjoy left alive on their team. But they actually find 2 Sheriff kills. Lockdown is available. They don't have a better weapon that they've picked up, but they are going to be able to push over here towards A, get the bomb plant down, and maybe use this lockdown to play for a bit of time. I think they have heard this. Yeah, the spike goes down now, obviously. Turret's going to come through. Maybe they're going to ult off the back of the sound of the turret, hearing people pushing through spawn. I would go for that kind of a play, but I think in this position it will be quite easy to rush. I'm not sure how well that's going to work out. They are taking quite a lot of time, so we're just waiting for his lineup to come through with it so they can see if Killjoy is on site. The time that's left now, they can see that Killjoy has a lockdown available, so I'm not quite sure if they should have waited this long. They don't know where they are. This time is just ticking down. They've just played themselves this round. The smoke comes through. They're looking for the smoke defuse. Bumsy finds the kill through the smoke, and honestly, they just waited way too long. They knew it was a 1v2. They knew it was 1v2. They knew Killjoy didn't really have any position to pick up an upgraded weapon. They just waited too long, and it just didn't work out for them. I mean, even if Bumsy didn't find that kill through the smoke, they may have got that defused, but it would have been by the skin of the teeth. And they knew they had lockdown available, so if Killjoy had felt the need to use it, I feel like they just waited way too long, and it would have, you know, lost them anyway. A really nice clutch from the Killjoy. Almost ties the game up. 5-4 right now. And that does force Delta onto a lower form of a buy. Blaze Storm comes out and they're rushing over here towards A, but unfortunately there's not going to be anyone there to bear the brunt of that attack. They might find a nice flank here. Long range shots, finds one. Another nice quick adjustment. Confident to re-peak the angle, but can't quite find another one. But that's kind of more than you would really want in this round. You know, a 1-for-1 trade, yeah, that's good. Especially if you're on the defensive side. But a 1-for-2, yeah, that's perfect. That's more than you could really ask for, especially in an eco round like this. That does give them a really nice advantage. Unfortunately, none of these weapons are available for them to pick up. If the enemy go for a bomb plant on any of these sites, then they will be able to go over there to their bodies, pick up some of these weapons if they so choose. Maybe they just win the site hold. It is going to be a 3v3 in the side defense. Oh, and it is in a very interesting situation. Position, sorry. Flashes comes through, and Turbine actually finds that trade. Mike with another one down into a 1v2, but if they play this correctly, it's going to be very hard to lose this one. Grenades comes through. Boombot might find some information. No, but the Boombot is going to be placed down from the other Killjoy, so they're going to be aware. And the M is going to find the blindside kill and take them down. And again, a lot of rounds in this game are being won by force buys with these sheriffs. From just little slip-ups, you know, like Killjoy usually places that turret over towards A long, which would usually get you information that the Jet had pushed up there, but they weren't really ready for that. They had turned around and everything, but Jet was just ready with that, with the aim. Superior aim. Finds 2 frags, so...
I will find you. This goes here.
A bit of a misplay. That's a really interesting angle that you can get with that tripwire. It looks like in return they're going to rush A really quickly with these SMGs from the shadows from Omen. Just get information that there's nobody there. A Hyper finds a kill over towards long. They didn't get that Omen to flash it. They do use some utility to get the Killjoy off the Jet off the angle. Sorry, they don't lose any more people to the AWP quite yet. They haven't even gone to the site and they've already lost 3 people and they haven't got any kills back. So their challenge is already looking pretty dire. Up against 5 people. They're not getting aggressive, they're playing it passively and safely like they should do. Omen is already here in window. Not going to push up any further, just play for this aggressive information. If he hears footsteps, then he can call it to his team as to which direction he hears them. No reason for Jet to re-pick long or anything like that, just, you know, they don't know information, they could be up close. Just hold from sight and just play passively, wait for them to do whatever they're going to do in this round. Oh, man, I'm angry. I'm not going to lie.
30 seconds left.
Somehow Hyper just kind of went AFK at the keyboard and dies to a Stinger on that long range situation. Yeah, he's just reconnected. I think he crashed or something. Mike finds another one, so they actually bring this back into a more winnable situation. It looks like they are going to leave A pretty much open. Does Dream have anything to stop the bomb plant? No, but the Hunter's Fury is going to be there to do so. Spike gets planted, but they are dead almost before it hits the floor. Just about get the bonus money from planting the Spike, which is better than nothing. They also did a little bit of economy damage. York is probably going to get picked up, yeah. See him going over for that one. Know where it is.
Last round in the half.
Apparently 2 people have crashed. It looks like we're going to come in with a pause, and you know this team, I have had multiple 5, 10, 20 minute pauses, so hopefully it's not going to take that long. Yeah, looking good so far. I'm starting to get warmed up into it. I took too long of a break. I should have hunted for more teams. It seems like they're already ready. Okay, so that's interesting. I mean, maybe they're crashing more often, but they certainly are reconnecting a lot quicker than they have done before. And what kind of a round is this one going to be? An Odin from Razio. Interesting. I'm guessing they're going to use this to like spam some sort of door at the start. I've seen a few people whip out this gun on Sova, and it's never really worked out too well. I feel like if you don't get the kill with whatever wall you're intending to spam, then it's just not going to work out. But there are 4 people lined up at the other side of this, so you know, if there's any time to get kills with this kind of a play, it is going to be here. I don't know if he's really got the right angle. It looks like he's trying to hold from actually pushing up into it. Ult comes through and he's holding the angle. He does actually find one, but it was a Phoenix ult, so I don't really think it counts. You know, it didn't pop up in the kill feed. Does it really mean anything? The recoil is a little bit too much to handle. He just doesn't quite find the head of the players he's looking for. A little bit of damage from that showstopper from Rage, but B is completely open. They're already out and executed onto the side, but Hyper with a side swipe finds 2 people with a little bit of a collateral with this Phantom. Spike is dropped, and Phoenix is in a bit of a nice situation now. He does find 2, traded out by Hyper. The bomb, the Spike, sorry, is still not in their control. Smoke comes out. Hyper is on 34 HP, but, you know, I'm feeling confident in this guy to find more kills. Okay, never mind. He's dead. Spoke too soon. Dream is a little bit far removed from this situation. I feel like he's going to take way too long for this flank that's going to mean much. The turret is also there. So it's going to get the information. Oh no, never mind. Is Killjoy dead or out of range, or why is that not working? Okay. Not sure why that's a thing.
You should run.
They really need to not make any noise here. They don't. They find the side swipe. Killjoy has dropped her lockdown, and they have 5-6 seconds to find this kill quickly. They don't. They are going to lose. 3, 2, 1. They find it. The lockdown was destroyed as well. That nice little flick finds it. They don't even have to wait any extra time to defuse. And I actually think if they had been hit by that, maybe they wouldn't have time to defuse. I mean, that was a pretty nice clutch there from Dream. I was talking about how I feel like that flank would have taken a bit too long for it to mean anything, but they weren't watching towards middle. They were just expecting him to come from one side or the other. Outside of Switch, it's going to be the second pistol round of the game, and I'm wondering if either of these teams are going to go for any interesting kind of a push anywhere. Looks like kind of a group up towards mid-ish, really, but I think they're just going for an ace so I can serve holding passively over towards here. I don't think they're going to rush anyway, and Killjoy is now rotated, so it does look quite standard, apart from these two guys over here. Oh no, they're not in sewers. I thought they were aggressively up at the door in sewers ready to push. But they are not. Blaze just electing to take this long angle over towards long, see if he can find any shots through the cage. Finds a little bit of damage. Is more than enough. Yeah, it does go down to a really low health pool. A nice well placed classic right click from them will find some damage. Peeking out with a Molotov in your hand when you can hear the enemy at the angle is not really the best thing to do. But there wasn't really any other kind of situation for him. He was trying to avoid the boombot, he was trying to heal himself, he was trying to cut off the angle, he was trying to do so much stuff at once, I think it kind of got a bit too much. And this calls for a very fast rotate over towards C. Bronzy does hear this, I think. Sonny finds a nice lurk kill onto Nightstar. And this bomb looks like it's going to go down on C. Razio with... Was that the first? Oh, I'm so confused.
Here.
No, it was Bruce with the first kill for his team in that round, I think. Oh no, I've already forgotten. Shows you how good my memory is. Sonny is in a nice little situation here, looking for some flank kills again with the lurk, but it's going to be Hyper. Finding that one, Cypher did die. They did check that. And was that a voice crack? I don't know if that was a voice crack. I think it might be. I apologise. Oh well. It is up to Mike in a 1v2. Finds the first headshot, but the time has ticked down so far. I don't really feel like he has any chance or hope in this round. He's just going to run away. Maybe not. He's going to die. He doesn't want the ghost for the next round. He wants to buy another one. We'll just play with the classic. Strange decision. But, I mean, nonetheless, why not? The pause comes through. People are disconnecting, reconnecting all over the spot. Seems like everyone's back and ready for business. I think. Honestly, I'm a bit confused. People have been reconnecting, joining party, leaving party, all over the place. I think we're all ready to go. Yeah, you see? They just ran into the spike and died. Maybe they couldn't have gotten away and that was why they walked back into it, but I feel like they did definitely have enough time to run. Maybe not. Long-range Frenzy from the Killjoy finds the first kill of the round though, and it's already starting to look like a reverse of the first round in the previous half. Won by the attacking team, then instantly traded back, but Hyper is there for the return frag Mike though. The other kill on this repurchase Ghost. Sonny with a trade, but through the edge of the wall, the Ghost is good enough to find that penetration kill. Really low HP, and really low HP on two of the remaining members
One enemy remaining.
of ICE.
Last player standing.
And it somehow devolves into a 1v1, so at this point it's kind of anyone's game. Sonny is only on 38 HP, but he's going to find Nightstar as they peek out towards middle. A little bit of unfortunate timing for him. I'm sure Sonny is quite pleased with that one, able to clutch up for his team and bring this game one step closer to victory. It'll be 10-4. They have seemingly picked it up later on in this game. A little bit of time needed to warm up. And they are good to go. ICE are going to have full rifles in this round. But in the last half, we did actually see Delta win this kind of a situation before, so I feel like they've got this one. They know how to play with the SMGs against the upgraded guns. Just going to look for these aggressive angles and not take long duels as much as possible. Blaze is going to go for a push, which is an interesting decision. I'm just going to play back, hold the long angles, because you know the enemy haven't really got enough money to afford, you know, lots of rifles. The bomb is already going down. Has to stop it to avoid being killed by the Killjoy turret. But it's there, and Turbine's actually going to get out as well. Oh, never mind. He clipped it on a wall, unfortunately. Maybe it's going to bait people to thinking he's no longer there and result in lots of kills. They don't actually check it, but he's so low he can't quite find the instant headshot. It's looking like this might be just stick whilst the teammates cover. Viper has pushed up close enough. Maybe do something, but it is going to be nice to start pushing into the smoke and stopping it before it even happens. Also, they got the bomb plant, they got 2 kills. So they are starting to set this round up right. You see the money is not looking too high. It does look like Blaze can't even afford a rifle, so, you know, it just goes to show how useful kills are in this game. At any given time, unless, you know, you're down like 10-0 and the enemy team have got 0 deaths. And at that point, you're not really going to do much economy damage. But, you know, you force Bruce to buy light armor so that you can buy his teammate a weapon. And that is going to give you the one-shot headshot potential at these longer angles with a Phantom. So, you know, you just take those victories in small increments as you can in Blaze. You know, I guess that's why he's pushing those angles. You can find headshots like that. A little bit of a safer play in this kind of round where, you know, the enemy team have got a full buy, and Mike with another kill over towards the opposite side of the map. This garage area brings it down very quickly into a 5v3, so they're going to be ready for this round. 10-5, they kind of need to start winning them and stringing them together now. And this is a good place to start. Don't really have the best map control. I'm just kind of waiting for someone to get over-aggressive and punish it, but it doesn't look like ICE are going to do that. They're kind of playing passively like you should. You get 2 initial picks. I mean, hell, if I get 1 initial pick, I'm playing passively, waiting for my teammates. Waiting for the enemy to push into me. Like, there's no reason to get aggressive and find more. Especially with 2 initial picks. On the defensive side, you're in such a good spot. You do get some information as to where Killjoy is defending the site from. They're just going to throw in the utility. Don't do anything with it. 30 seconds left on the clock, and I think they were trying to bait with that utility. But it doesn't look like ICE are really falling for it. There's still 4 people in very close proximity of this side of the map. 12 seconds left. Doesn't look like they really have enough time to get towards being plant. It should just be a save call. Keep the weapons for the next round. Hopefully you can do something a little bit better there. Not in too bad of a spot. They do have a couple of people on sheriffs, but we've seen what they can do with sheriffs in this game. But honestly, they're still coming into this round with, you know, definitely a good significant chunk of a chance to win. Dream has been fragging out this game. He's got a Vandal. Viper does have a Blade Storm available, and we've seen him get multiple kills with it in previous rounds. He's popped instantly, so I don't really feel like they're coming into this round at too much of a disadvantage. If they get 1 kill, then the teammate with a classic can obviously pick up an upgraded weapon, depending on where they drop the player. He's just Killjoy alone defending the site. Hyper dives in with a very quick right click, finds the kill, goes through the smoke, and instantly gets punished for it. But spam comes through. Turbine gets the trade. Neural theft comes through, getting information on where everybody is. They can be safe and in the knowledge that nobody's flanking them, and they just need to hold this spawn and garage angle. Spam comes through. Is brought back down into a 3v3. Drone comes through to try and get some information. Misses a tag, I think.
Enemy remaining.
There's only Cypher left alive. The information Bruce got means he's good for that kill. And a really nice retake from ICE. They play that really well. They win the trades. And, you know, they just win some Angels as well. They don't even need to trade. Bruce with, what, 3k in that round? And quite nicely for his team, considering he was previously at the bottom. You know, no hate here. I'm sure everyone on this team is... Oh, no, wait. Yeah, I think he was. Oh, but, you know, no hate here. Everyone in these teams are probably putting in the work. It's not about just the scoreboard. It's about, you know, the communication you're putting in, the utility you're using. So it is more of a utility-oriented character, so it's nice to see that you can frag out as well. Just throw those darts into designated lineup spots. Good to see, and it is going to be Blaze with this operator over towards A long. Cage comes through, but he might be able to find a timing shot here. He's just going to back up and instead wait for Sonny to push into that. He's definitely doing it smarter than I would have done. I would have taken a shot through that cage and then probably been peeked and instantly shot by the Vandal. Not that they have any Vandals, there's actually 4 Phantoms, but, you know. Same effect. Hyper is already out here on the side of the map. A is pretty much completely blown open, but Raze has got a really quick flank. Killjoy is still sat in the back corner of C. Really hoping and praying that they're going to rotate, but it doesn't look like that's going to be the case. Turbine is caught crossing across the site. He's shot in the side of the head. Razio, though, gets aggressive towards spawn and he finds one. He needs to find another if they're going to have much more of a hope, and he does. A little bit of an off angle there. Finds that kill. Dream finds another one and Hyper finds another, so it's just down to Raze on this flank. Is going to get checked, but wins that 1v1 out. 67 HP. Not quite sure where Jet is. Caesar, but Jet's good for that 1v1 there. A little bit low from Mike. He's going to allow that Phantom to just find a couple of body shots and take them down. Is 11-7. 2 rounds is all that Delta need to win out this game. But they don't really have the best money. Looks like Ice, with that 3-round winning streak that they had previously in the half, have set themselves up for at least this round. Dream we see is on SMG. Sonny's going to have to buy that Bulldog, and he doesn't have a Blade Storm to fall back on into this round. Nice, so kind of debating whether we should go for a peek towards long. I feel like this is the wrong play. He's not going to find the initial headshot on a spray. Isn't good to follow it up either. Hyper's going to take those kills all day long and be very, very happy with the Mike, though. He's going to do exactly the same. Grenade from spawn, finds a kill. Showstopper from Dream is just going to play for time. They're not going to be able to push in until they hear Raze fire this off, because otherwise it would just be a death sentence. Killjoy does drop the lockdown. I feel like Sova might be able to take it down. He does. Hunter's Fury takes it down through the wall, so you know that's kind of a little counterplay that you see coming through. Bomb goes down. They are in an advantageous situation. Turret comes through from Killjoy to clear the angles. They're revealed. Everyone's peeking at the same time. Dream and Razio are good for those kills. Hype with another one. This guy's securing the kills that he's given quite nicely.
Match point.
Bring it to match point. Again, Ice can buy this round fully. So yeah, they did a good job of setting up the economy in this half, at least with those 3 rounds, and getting a lot of kills, taking people down, surviving really well. But Delta have just done a little bit better job of securing the actual rounds in this half than they are on match point. Like I said previously, Hyper 23, 12 and 2 is putting in the work that you would expect your duelist to do. Like, you know, this is the kind of guy that would never, ever, ever, ever be on my team in rank. Ever. Not a chance. Does get a little bit blocked by the vision of that Hunter's Fury and loses that duel. I'm going to give him the benefit of the doubt there, you know. Like, you couldn't see his head, so you couldn't tap it. Razio, though, finds a nice start getting aggressive over towards A again. Now, I'm not really too sure where they're going to go. They're all going to gamble over towards A. It is the correct gamble. They should hear people running in through Sue's Blade. Sees a few people as well, but he's going to have to readjust for the boom bot. I mean, I don't really know if you had to readjust for that. You know, it's not going to kill you. It's not going to do anything other than make a loud noise. There was no way it was getting up to him in heaven. He flicks down to it and gets peeked by the Raze behind. Dream does have a nice flank over here towards heaven. He should find a kill. The spray comes through and it's not good enough. I'm sorry, bro. I just had to switch to you at the wrong time, and I feel bad. Your teammates are going to be looking at that for years to come. Killjoy peeking out over towards site. Raid comes through, and it is going to be G to the G.
Attackers win.
New team coming through. Delta take that one. I'll be very happy with that. Like I said, I don't know if they've been a team together for too long, but it's looking like they're looking like quite a strong squad. Over here on E7. Oh look, my best round was this one apparently. Look at that. And I think there is going to be another one. Yep.
Yo, Gage. Wait, Gage, join this
Hmm? Oh. Inviting me to another lobby.
one. Yo, Gage.
Yo.
Yo, wait, what do you want to speak to? What's it?
Confidential information looks like it's being passed around. See what these guys want. I might have to hop into a pause if it's